Hello viewers and welcome to Plugin India. This time on our channel we've got something new for you. It's a small segment called Let's Chat. And what we're going to do here is interview industry experts, leaders in the electric vehicle segment. First of all, we have for you Mr. Rohit Vadera, who is the co-founder of PureEV. Now, PureEV is a Hyderabad-based startup who have been researching and manufacturing high-performance lithium batteries for electric vehicles since 2018. And in this very short period of time, they have managed to have an impressive portfolio of electric two-wheelers and products for the Indian market. So we've also created a couple of videos, detailed videos earlier, and they are given in the links below. Guys, go ahead and click on them and look at those as well. Rohit is one of the founders of the company. Very pleased to have you with us. Rohit. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, good afternoon to everyone, especially to the viewers of Plugin India. It's indeed an extremely precious moment for me to join this video chat. And thanks to the Plugin India team for taking out their time as well. As we can see that this is indeed an unprecedented scenario and the situation at which we are sitting today. So first things first, so stay safe, stay at home to all the viewers, all kind of individuals, be it bankers, policemen, your delivery boys, everyone. We should be thankful to them, and let's hope we recover soon out of this situation.
Yeah, we've actually already visited your company. Kamlesh and Abhishek were there in October 2019. They were amazed at what you guys were doing. And for the past couple of months, we at Plugin India have also been actually playing around with your product. We've got a few PureEV scooters with us, and we've been driving them and really enjoying that experience. And we feel that there are certain things that you've got down pat. You've really done very well. The first of them is that you've got your own battery packs, and that's very impressive because whenever a customer comes with a problem, it's generally in one of these areas, and you guys will be able to sort it out, no problems. So that's fantastic. Also, you've got a very good engineering team working on the BMS, on the software, on the controllers. So all of these things which most other companies can't even come near or touch, you guys have got a strong handle on. And lastly, but most importantly, what we've really enjoyed about PureEV is your open culture, that you've been very open with us. So this is something which we find really refreshing, and we feel that this will take you really way ahead as far as the Indian market is concerned, as far as having the credibility and loyalty of your customers is concerned. While there are all these good points, we've also found a couple of pointers for you, and we just like to state this right away. We feel that there could be some improvement in the frames and the fit and finish of the product. And also, we love connected software at Plugin India. We love the fact that electric vehicles lend themselves so easily to be connected, and providing all sorts of data and information, having computers controlling all the various working parts of the vehicle, and things like a state of health, which tells you how the vehicle is doing or how the batteries are doing. A little bit more in that area would also be much appreciated. Well, this is what we've got. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this, Rohit.
As we started our the complete vision of the company, the specifically has been primarily driven through the lithium battery pack manufacturing. That is in fact the thing which came prior to us, and then subsequently the scooter market is something where we entered. And as we speak, definitely over the last 2 years, there has been a substantial amount of developments in the company's overall portfolio, the team size growth, and also the way we see how we, in terms of our market presence, and there's so many other areas. Definitely with Plugin India, you have been sort of involved in this whole journey with us over the last so many quarters. And you have also been seeing this firsthand, the kind of developments which has been happening at our end. Coming to the specifics now, so as you rightly said, in terms of our battery, there's a specific team based out of IIT Hyderabad in our R&D center, where they are working on the core areas of battery thermal management systems. There's a very interesting amount of work going on, specifically in terms of the performance at various climate scenarios in India, as we see that the kind of geography that we have, the kind of temperatures which can get subjected to the batteries, be it the very cold areas in the north, or sometimes the summer situation in some of places like Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Gujarat. So all these various things are there on the basis of which the life cycle of the battery is severely impacted. we have been gradually working to development of batteries which can sustain all the various kind of load cycles which they are subjected to. Coming to the specific query which you mentioned about connected vehicles, while we definitely agree on that one point that currently our vehicles which go in the consumer market, they don't have a tracking feature in terms of the specifics which you mentioned about. But having said that, the whole equation for us, it's a sort of a development cycle. Where we have been initially focused on is the development of a very robust product in terms of when we talk about a value for money concept. So at the end of the day, the area where we have felt that where the Indian customer today sees that the whole inhibition has still not been removed. That electric vehicle is it's at a cost effective price point, entry price point, and at the same time being able to deliver a performance which can give them the confidence, remove the range anxiety, remove the especially on the service support matters. So there have been various elements which we are putting together first, on the basis of which once some of these reliability related matters are fully addressed in terms at where we expect our product to be, then subsequently the connected vehicle platform will be developed on that basis. And while our expertise is already there, because we have done many energy storage projects where we had the connectivity requirement for them, and our team at IIT Hyderabad is very well capable of doing that. But in terms of entry price point and trying to optimize the vehicle performance has been sort of our priority. Regarding your other feedbacks, as you might have seen in terms of the overall finish and the fitment of the vehicle itself, there has been significant improvements, as you might have seen recently in our latest model ePluto7G, with which definitely we have been working with you in terms of the assessment of the product as well. And we hope to see that these improvements are very well taken note of by your team as well. When you go through them with respect to how we were positioned when we had started, the first time interaction had happened with your platform, right? And at the same time, we have been quite positive about the type of feedback which your team has also given. On a consistent basis, step by step, the improvements will keep on happening as we speak.
Yeah. Right, Rohit. And let's get back to talking about the ePluto7G. Yes, we got the earlier version and now we've got the upgraded version of it. And definitely you made changes, you made improvements, which is very heartening, which actually tells us that you're working at your product continuously. How has the response been in the market? Because we find this is the perfect price and performance kind of balance that you've done over here. Tell us a little bit about the market response and about the deliveries of this vehicle.
So we got the official certification document in the month of January from ICAT, and it is definitely one of the longest range scooters in India, as we had mentioned to you. It's 116 kilometer we got in the ICAT range certificate. One of the most efficient scooters out there in the market right now in terms of your kilometers per watt hour. And then speaking about the specific commercial thing, so definitely it has been a very straight upward trajectory in terms of the product placement throughout our dealers. And the way our dealership base has grown over the last, specifically in this last 1 quarter, it has been really a very happy moment for us overall. In terms of number of vehicles, the specifics is something which we can open up in due time. But considering the rate at which we just had entered into the market, the response has been phenomenal. There were good amount of pre-bookings available with us, and for whatever the reasons, there has been slight bump because this situation. It slightly came just at the right time when we were very fast picking up the pace. But nevertheless, we are quite confident that in terms of our product performance and the price point at which we are offering, we have been working very hard with so many financing companies as well. And apart from that, the entire framework for the dealers in terms of helping them out with the regulations part, the local RTO works, the insurance work, all the elements, our team has worked extremely hard over the last 1 quarter to ensure that at the end of the day, the dealer and the customer both have a very happy experience in terms of delivering the product to the end user. Right?
That's awesome. That's awesome. One more thing, I know you've been working hard in the back end. One thing that's very different that you guys are doing, which is not found in the other bigger companies, is that you all are focusing on small towns as well. Could you share some examples about some customers from small towns?
Yes, indeed. So this is one area where indeed we feel that there is a lot of scope and the growth opportunities lie. Considering the price point at which we are offering our ePluto7G model, it perfectly fits in right as of today, because as you see that because of the BS6 implementation, the price of the petrol scooters are also gone up. So the price parity has already been achieved with respect to the respected petrol scooter models like Honda Activa kind of vehicles as of today. And because of that, price is no longer a bottleneck. What matters now is it's purely a matter of performance, that what is the kind of range which you are able to offer. With a range which we are offering almost 100 kilometers on a single charge, right? So that is something which meets the expectation of pretty much everyone, especially in town areas. And this is where exactly we felt that the true test of fire which any company has to go through is that, and when you especially intend to become a vision, where you carry a vision that, for the next 10, 20 years, your brand should continue, then you definitely have to ensure that the people at the town level are able to give a positive feedback about your vehicle. And that has been the really heartening development from our side. We have especially our home states of AP and Telangana is where we have been very aggressively working on this, and step by step in entire South India and Maharashtra, and gradually all other parts of India as well. We hope to become one of the brand where people from every respective society are able to connect well with our engineering fortitude, and also love the product.
That's true. We wanted to ask you a little bit more about the dealership presence. You've got many of our viewers actually have asked us why the dealers are not listed on your website. So would you have some comment to make on that?
Yes. It will be. It's a work in progress from our side. As we speak, they have been the majority of the dealer onboarding has happened over the last 1 to 2 quarters, and we go through a systematic process in terms of the complete screening and the overall background profiling as well. And in line with that, this activity will soon get completed.
Okay, so is there something you can outline? Say somebody wants to become a PureEV dealer. Would they be required to have some experience in the auto industry, or is there some requirement for that?
Well, definitely we prefer that people from automobile background can come forward, but it's not certainly a binding criteria. We have a very well-defined service program through which we can train the technicians of the dealers as well, and basic investment criteria and the overall outlet criteria are met, and then they can get qualified. So that's not an issue. But definitely the ability to the end of the day, while the company has been working extremely hard in terms of brand development, we definitely expect our dealers also to have that equal energy and the enthusiasm that we share in our brand development. That only will ensure that at the end of the day, they are also able to satisfy and fulfill the customers. Yeah.
You want people who are passionate about electric vehicles as well as your particular product.
Yes, because this is a new and emerging field, so it's not just sufficient that we just talk about commercials. The passion and the enthusiasm is extremely important as well. Yeah,
definitely. We see that there is so much to talk about this, but let's move on to another area which is associated, basically energy storage products. Now you have listed something very interesting which looks very much like the Tesla Powerwall, and we're very happy to see this. And there are 2 products which we've seen here: the Pure Power Slab and the Pure Power Brick. Now, tell us about these? Are these certified and available for sale right now?
So basically, these products are indeed for the purpose of the energy storage market in terms of various applications, be it your household energy storage market, or even for the small commercial establishments, or for that matter, data centers, hospitals, wide variety of applications. And since we have already executed this kind of projects in our the previous background, so we definitely are sort of aware about this market as well. What we definitely intend to do is that since we have shifted more into a manufacturing domain now, so this is where we want to partner with various installation contractors, various solar EPC contractors, and this kind of dealers and distributors who have been working in the battery business. And with them, we want to work for this purpose as a very standardized offering from our company. So PowerBrick is basically a 12-volt battery pack 1 kWh rating. And the slab is basically a 3 kWh 48-volt battery pack. And these are compatible with very wide range of inverters available in the market as well. And they offer a substantially higher, almost 3 times the life cycle, and the kind of the power backup that you can get. So almost at even half the AH capacity of a lead-acid battery, you can substantially deliver good power backup. So these are some of the areas where, again, we are working on establishing a complete distribution network, and we look forward to encouraging standalone dealers for these products as well. Yeah.
So approximately what would be the cost of these products, Rohit?
Fine. So the costs are very reasonable. The specifics can be very well obtained through connecting on our website. They can reach out to us directly. And but just to give you some sort of ballpark number, we are very close in terms of hitting to the lead-acid battery prices in this coming 1 year.
Awesome. All right. And coming back again to the topic of scooters and electric vehicles, would you be able to supply these batteries to other scooter manufacturers other than PureEV? And if yes, then how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so certainly they can reach out to us by submitting the forms, contact us on our website. We are definitely open. In the current scenario, it's also about helping out to the other industry partners as well. Even though they are our competitors, but at the rate, it's also about some sort of cooperation in the market. And we wish the very best for the growth of this industry. At the start of this video itself, I mentioned that these are indeed very unprecedented times. And it's going to be definitely quite hard for many companies out there, especially in the MSME segment. I'm not just talking about the EV industry, but as a whole, as a nation, we are going to face this challenge. It's a global challenge indeed. Coming to that, specifics of that, we definitely foresee that in the coming 1 to 2 quarters, many companies can possibly face survival scenarios. And some of the areas have been there where our company has been slightly in a better position in terms of the level of preparation and which we have gone through. Basically, our investor is coming from a pharma background, and they have also been specifically advising us, cautioning us basically in terms of what we call in the automobile industry today, this just-in-time approach has been built up. But that whole just-in-time concept only works if the supply chain is extremely robust. If that supply chain is weak at any stage, then definitely it will lead to significant amount of potential sales issues, basically production issues when this kind of situation hits you. So in anticipation of that, the company itself has been procuring raw materials at a good pace. We are always sitting on 3 to 6 months kind of inventory, the sales inventory. This is to ensure that at any point of time, if this kind of situation comes, we are always ready to scale back, get back on our feet very quickly. It should not happen that in our supply chain gets disrupted, and then that leads to a complete collapse in the sales business. Right? That has been one of the key points which I wanted to highlight. Then some of the other points which I want to focus on, basically in terms of the investment also, which we had raised to our investors, and we have been definitely playing a conservative game overall in terms of how our trajectory goes through. So we are definitely sitting on at least 2 years of runway with us, and not a single manpower in our company is going to get affected. And this we can very confidently say, because the kind of ethics which has been imbibed by our investors as well. We want to ensure that in this kind of tough situation and scenario, and this is what we wish that every company is able to do. Maintaining the people on the payroll is extremely important, and that's what we are going to continue to do. And in this specific situation now, I would also want to highlight some of the other development activities which we have been continuously working on. So basically, in terms of our complete R&D setup, the team, they are able to work from home. on a very comfortable basis in terms of the product development cycle which is going on, especially with our patent lawyers. They have been working very closely in coordination with us, and the 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 end result of this has been that we definitely, while definitely this could be a very large in the real online world, in the offline world, this is definitely a large shutdown. But in the online world, as we speak, we as a company along with Dr. Nishanth and myself are working very closely with our team members in streamlining all of our service protocols, all of our accounting protocols, all the basically the areas where you feel that the company has to get itself ready once in terms of building a brand and a strong platform for all the players out in the market here.
That's true, Rohit. I mean, it's very refreshing once again, to see that you have this attitude and you're understanding the Indian conditions and what it takes. Tell us about some new interesting products. Do you have any high-speed scooters planned or any motorcycles? Or are you going to update the 7G a little bit more?
Yes, definitely. 7G is going to be our flagship model on which continuous improvements will keep on happening as we speak along the time. So now we do have a motorcycle project in the pipeline, but this is something which will also get a rigorous analysis in terms of how the market recovery also happens. And specific to our product development cycle, we have been working with our suppliers as well for the additional features offering as well in terms of the various variants in terms of colors and in terms of other specific add-ons. So that has been ongoing work here.
Awesome. That's great to hear, Rohit. Okay, now we've heard about the ePluto. Now let's open up the discussion to the community members. There are a few questions which we've received from various PluginIndia channel members. So if you don't mind, I'll just go ahead and ask you those questions as is.
Sure.
There's Mr. A Music from our YouTube channel, and he's asking the following. Why is it that even after putting so much care for the battery and its BMS, you guys are only providing a standard 3-year warranty? Should increase it to 5 years or 50,000 kilometers at least. We feel PureEV can take a lead in this and ensure industry follows. So what do you have to say to that, Rohit?
It's a very interesting comment, and definitely one where we have been looking at it very seriously. To be very honest, on this point, the standard way the industry imagines the warranty, it is not just a technical warranty; it's also a financial warranty. So when we do any warranty that we offer, it is a calibrated business call in terms of techno-commercial offering. And while we have been working with some players in the market for extended warranty schemes, through which the additional amount of warranties will get offered. So it's definitely a work happening from our side. So in the coming 1-2 quarters, you will definitely see some kind of scheme coming out from our side. But be rest assured that it has nothing to do with the quality parameters. It has more to do with a calibrated financial call. At the end of the day, when we offer some commitment or something, we should not go foul on those our words and commitment. And
right.
But we will be definitely innovating something on this side. Yeah.
So it's erring on the side of caution rather than just making a promise which you may not be able to keep.
But let me assure you on this one front that the way our team has been working in terms of any kind of service support matters, while the number of issues are not really that significant, our ability to respond to them has been extremely robust, and all of our customers are quite satisfied on that front indeed.
That's good. That's good to hear, Rohit. Now, there's a question from Mr. Varun Govind, again a YouTube channel member. And his question is, since you have a 3C rate 2.5 kilowatt hour battery in the ePluto7G, can you offer a faster charger than the current 10 ampere one? Would love one that charges under 1.5 hours. I think this is possible for a 3-phase 15 ampere socket. Please try to get this, he asked us to get your take on this. So.
So it's also a technical call because while the cell rating is indeed rated for a 3C rating discharging scenario, the concerns basically raise around the charging parameters. It's a technical call which we have to take. So the idea is that in terms of battery charging, at the end of the day, in terms of Indian environmental conditions, in what kind of parameters the batteries are being charged, it's a very, very subject specific matter. So considering the various safety aspects and all elements combined, we have limited our charging to 10 amp setting right now. While we are working on it, and in due course of time, we'll come up with, but it will be a very, very collaboration manner, and it will not be a standalone manner where on a completely unsupervised manner, we don't recommend our batteries any fast charging to be done.
That's right. Well, we have another question from Sujay Bhattacharya on our YouTube channel, and he says, PureEV, we've heard some time back that they were designing a completely temperature-controlled battery pack. What is the status of that project, or has it been abandoned? So I think it's about your the unique way of cooling that you had.
Yes, no. So there are some patented ways of methods of cooling for the battery packs on which we are working currently. It's a work in progress, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome. So with that, we've come to end of our question and answer session. Rohit, it was a pleasure talking to you. Been riding the scooter and now got to meet the man behind it. So thanks a lot for being on this channel. And viewers, check out the links in the description for any details that you might want to have.